So every single day I'm asked the two exact same questions from different people. Question number one, why the stock market is slightly but continuing going lower and lower. Second important question is why the crypto goes down. Continuation of the geopolitical tension makes sense crypto to be the only safe asset, of course, regarding of the gold. Why the crypto goes down, why the stock market goes down? Because if you just use the simple logic, right? There is a geopolitical tension, there is a problems countries between countries, wars, etc., right? So the crypto should be in huge demand because crypto allows countries to transact independently, regardless of what kind of sanctions one country you can put to another. If they buy crypto, if they hold crypto, they can transact with other country and bypass any restrictions or sanctions. So why the crypto doesn't go up in this particular geopolitical war type of situation? Well, simply because the crypto has matured. I'm going to speak slowly so you will be able to understand. Before, crypto was extremely volatile. The beta of crypto was much higher than the current beta of crypto versus the stock market. Meaning, when the stock market usually before went up, the crypto went down, and vice versa. Now the crypto market has matured substantially. There's a bunch of ETFs for the Bitcoin, ETFs for Solana, ETFs for the overall crypto market cap. We have international ETFs have been filed as well, ETF for Solana. So the crypto market has already been adopted. Like it or not, financial, individual, nationalization, institutions, everyone is talking about it, everyone knows about it. It's not something new. It's not this crazy high beta alternative on the market. Second important element over here is that people are not quite sure that even if they buy into crypto, even if countries are buying the crypto, so they will be able to stack up for transaction over the sanctions, bypassing all the restrictions and geopolitical tensions, it's still not going to be volatile enough. Not to mention that the Clarity Act failure so far has pushed not only the crypto itself, but stocks and companies related to crypto. Look at the Circle, which today, as you probably aware, not aware why Circle stock went down, was that there is a competitor for the USDC that was just released that most likely will not play out as a direct competitor because we all know there is already infrastructure built in this particular sector. Why AVAX went down, when AVAX is probably the highest probability play on this crypto cycle. Consideration, we saw the last year for $500 million Anthony Scaramucci and his fund invested for tokenization utilizing the AVAX, right? There's so many different projects that have the highest upside potential. Regardless, do you know more about on-chain or off-chain? Regardless, you're interested in DeFi, but you still understand why Wall Street is investing more and more into the crypto infrastructure and different blockchain systems, right? Sure, it will take a lot more money to push Bitcoin from here to double or triple from the recent all-time high. Sure, why? Because there is much more place with greater upside and lower risk at this very moment. Also, stock market, if you look at the stock market, let's go back to the stock market. The stock market feels that it's going slowly but surely lower and lower. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, look at the 3-month chart, look at the 6-month chart, the stock market is at almost all-time high. So why the heck market feels that it's going slowly but surely down? It feels this way because there are very few stocks that are actually crushing it. Very few stocks are in the position to make new all-time high, where a lot of other sectors are actually falling apart. So if your portfolio consists of 50% of these sectors that are underperforming the market, it is naturally for you to feel that the market is not going up. It is naturally for you to feel that the market is kind of preparing for recession, which may be, but most likely won't be the case, because there is an artificial sentiment that creates fear, because there is just a couple of plays that are actually benefiting from AI. There is just a couple of real revenue sources that could be validated and double checked prior to the actual IPOs of a lot of these AI companies this year. So this means that the fear is something that is the easiest to buy at this moment. The fear sentiment is the easiest to bet on. Very few people will go out and try to build up the case or even try to go long. Not to mention, almost every single week, a bunch of people, hundreds of millions of dollars, are liquidated for long positions on the crypto market. Every time when somebody goes long on crypto, on leverage, all this potential exposure on long liquidation is the easiest to target for shorts. Why? Because the market is not ready to set sail for the long run. What's supposed to happen? This is exceptionally the second most asked question after I explained to this briefly. People who ask me, well, the second important element here is that you have to reduce, first of all, the friction for crypto going higher. So you have to resolve the issue with Clarity Act. You should not allow bankers to interrupt the crypto issuance or the yielding or the derivatives that are coming out of holding certain cryptos, right? Not preventing the DeFi projects through the Coinbase or the other platforms, right? The DeFi should remain free, and the freedom for transacting or yielding or taking part of some DeFi projects should remain as freely as it is. Second important element, of course, we want to see that the market is building negative beta towards the crypto market. We want to see dissolve from this particular asset classes. We don't want to see this consolidation. We don't want to see this matching price action and essentially going in the same direction. This completely destroys. I understand that the maturity of the crypto market is kind of good because you have a lot of people that are not afraid to invest in crypto anymore. But the second important element, which was the actual volatility, is no longer here. The volatility index and the sentiment of people getting hyped, if you just look at the Google trends and the search keywords for crypto or for Bitcoin, is almost lower than prior to the virus situation. Which again, people are not thinking about this. People, I bet you, they're not even looking at their portfolios, either they're up or down. Crypto they bought probably last 2-3 years, because they feel that there is no sentiment. If there's something huge popping up, if there is some wave that probably will change something, it will be coming on the news. One day you're gonna start seeing article by article or line by line or title by title, little by little push about crypto. Oh, is this the new crypto cycle forming in? Is this a bullish pattern forming in? You're gonna start seeing bar chart. You're gonna start seeing all these research and analytical companies making predictions. So look at this pattern, look at this setup, this, right? It's nothing coming up like that. There's not a single article. Just go on all the landing pages for all these research companies. There's barely any information, any article, any blog post about crypto. It's all about focusing on gold right now, because there's a lot of fees associated with people buying into the gold ETFs, silver, palladium. People are hyping about copper. Yesterday I was sitting on Bloomberg terminal. A lot of people are trying to hype the copper trade, and they don't really buy the copper. Let me clarify this. People hyping up 4-5 different stocks that are kind of associated with the copper trade, because the copper is in huge demand, and there's a scarcity discrepancy between the demand for production and for the utility of the copper and the actual copper prices of these stocks, because the stocks related to copper are much cheaper. There's potentially higher upside than actual buying the copper. Same thing with gold, same thing with silver, same thing with everything. But again, don't forget what happened 3 or 4 weeks ago, the biggest dump on all the precious metals. Remember, there was a huge red candle in Palladium, which returned, or like not only lost the gains, also went lower than the previous consolidation level, broke the previous support of maybe 1 year ago, something like this. So you need to understand that the same players who pump particular stocks, who pump certain cryptos, they are after the precious metals. So the same game will play out the same. There will be dumps along the way, but it will not go higher and higher without any particular major sell-off further down the line. Same thing happened with Bitcoin, right? So this is why crypto market currently is kind of stagnated, kind of going lower. This is why the stock market is down. And again, January is usually a very good month. The year starts very, very well. Last year, 2025 started very, very well. We had a very good price action till March, and after March, everything dumped. April, May, June, slow. Summer, we had a good September, and then October, November, December was dump again. So if you do a small recap, simple recap, you will see that we barely had maybe 3 good months of the whole 2025. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about this.